Anyway, I would like to talk something new about your topic, uh, probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. Let me show you one interesting article, and this is very, very interesting to me. And perhaps you know that natural product reports. This is published by Royal Society of Chemistry, very, very famous review journal, very famous. In this review journal, one paper published in 2018, interaction between gut microbiota and ethnomedicine constituents. This is an interesting topic because human or animal gut microbiota or even fish gut microbiota, any kind of insect gut microbiota are hugely being, modulated or stimulated by the uh, herbs or plant materials they are taking. Ethnomedicine is also a component of that means herbal medicine, which different ethnic group or people traditionally been used as medicinal herb for treating different diseases. So when we take ethnomedicine, they contain lots of secondary metabolites, lots of different chemical substances, and they have also impact on gut microbiota because gut microbiota, they are living organism and tiny living organism. So ethnomedicine, some of the metabolites may directly uh, interact with the gut microbiota. Here you can see in the abstract, it is written that trillions of microbes, collectively termed as gut microbiota, reside in the gastrointestinal tract and are involved in the physiology of their host. In human, disease incidence and medical therapy are found to be associated with gut microbiota composition. Since ethnomedicines are largely plant-derived and orally ingested, this review summarizes the interactions of gut microbiota with ethnomedicine constituents, overwhelmingly natural phytochemicals, to highlight the knowledge accumulation in number one, the modulation of the gut microbiota profile by ingested natural compounds. That means when you take ethnomedicine, it modulate means change the population of the gut microbiota. Some of the gut microbiota may be killed. Some of them may be stimulated to, increase their population through reproduction or like that. Number two, the gut microbial conversion of natural products into the daughter molecules with potent bioactivities. This is very fascinating thing. Gut microbiota, when you take ethnomedicine, herbal crude drug, gut microbiota, they interact with the medicinal, phytochemical constituents. And by using their enzyme, they change the structure, chemical structure. They sometimes uh, change the structure into more bioactive compounds. Sometimes a toxic compounds in the herbal medicine uh, is detoxified by the gut microbiota. So severe activities is going on. And sometimes, the ethnomedicine does not contain a powerful, secondary metabolite, which it has the direct medicinal principle. But after conversion by the gut microbiota, the daughter molecule may be incredibly powerful medicinal principle. There are lots of examples. By understanding such complex interactions of gut microbiota with ethnomedicine and or the phytochemicals thereof, a fascinating frontiers of natural product chemistry may be substantially activated to conceptualize future therapeutic strategies. This is very interesting. The understanding what is happening in the gut by the interaction between gut microbiota and ingested uh, herbal medicine or ethnomedicine is very important. Then we can, uh, you know, design a therapeutic strategy against a particular disease or boosting the immunity in the host. So this is really, I think, one of the exciting uh, paper relevant to your course. Here, there are lots of diseases in human. There are a growing pile of evidence has indicated that the imbalanced gut microbial community in human is associated with incidence of illness such as inflammatory bowel disease IBD, type 2 diabetes, neurological disorders, cardiovascular disease, obesity, malnutrition, and cancer. You see, what else are remain? All the most important diseases are hugely been linked with the imbalance of gut microbial community. For example, Helicobacter pylori, high colonization of Helicobacter pylori in the gut, human gut, can result cancer. So, uh, gut microbiota, some of them, if notorious, microbiome uh, is in the gut of an organism, can result deadly diseases and even malnutrition, of course. If a probiotic, good microorganisms are in poor population in the gut, then they cannot, your ingested food would not be digested properly. So people will suffer from malnutrition. Obesity also, it has been proved, and you can browse the internet how obesity is related to the gut microbiome. Here, two references are 12 and 13 is given. So, ethnomedicine, especially very famous in the world, traditional Chinese medicine, probably you know that. They are in the world, traditional Chinese medicine is number one. And Indian Ayurvedic medicine also very famous. But compared to Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese herbal medicine, they are very famous. And their crude Chinese herbal medicine are marketed in every big cities in the world, and it is multi-billion dollar business. So China is getting huge foreign currencies selling the traditional Chinese medicine. I had opportunity to work on Chinese traditional Chinese herbal medicine when I was a master student at Hokkaido University. I purchased 100 traditional Chinese medicinal herbs from a Chinese herbal medicine shop in the Hokkaido. And I compared with Bangladeshi traditional herbal medicine for regulating the behavior of juice pus, a plant pathogenic, you know, uh, agent. But anyway, Indian Ayurvedic medicines also important, and ethnomedicines are mostly herb derived, orally administered, and proven to be efficacious by the long term empirically clinical practice. The- but surprisingly, ethnomedicines are not still dominating in the world. You may ask this question: why, modern medicines are dominating? Because in case of ethnomedicine or herbal medicine or Ayurvedic medicine, in most cases, dose and course of the any medicine, uh, was a secret uh, business. As a result, molecular level studies are limited, and uh, they are very complex in nature. So directly and very fastly, they do not show the activities. This is why people move towards the modern medicine, pharmaceutical drugs, which have lots of side effects, but they are well studied at molecular level. They are defined well, but ethnomedicines, they are not defined well. In some cases, ethnomedicines are studied rigorously in modern labs, but it has been found that after purification of the compounds, they are not at all active. But crude materials are active. That means lots of synergistic uh, uh, and antagonistic activity among the phytochemicals present in the crude herb are, uh, you know, uh, work cumulatively and exert their function. And such a mixture uh, uh, is still unknown how we can make use of them as modern medicine. So this is very interesting, uh, uh, topic reviewed by two guys. Here you can see a very interesting uh, image. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here you can see in uterus, when baby is there, they are possibly free from the microorganism. But cesarean section delivery or vaginal delivery, during that time, they are exposed to, you know, uh, microbiota. And
Uterine microbiota.
yes, and at that time, microbial population are low. And when they get colostrum, breast milk, the first milk, they get lots of, beneficial microbiome and enrich their intestine. And during child stage, solid food when started to eat, they also get more microbiome. And in the adult stage, here you see adult stage gut microbiome contain health beneficial bacteria as well as some opportunistic pathogens. Opportunistic pathogens means they are not usually causing any disease. But when you are immunocompromised due to some stress or nutritional problem, they can infect you. So, health is the, you know, uh, balance of health beneficial bacteria and opportunistic pathogen. Sometimes external pathogen like COVID-19 and other, pathogens also infect you when you are immunocompromised, or the pathogen is highly virulent to capture the immune system of an adult human, or any stage of the human. So this is interesting information about gut microbial diversity and number, how they are changes. Now question is, gut microbiota influenced by ethnomedicine constituents? And there are lots of literature available, a selection of disease associated with gut microbial fluctuation. uh, Type 2 diabetes, this diabetes for the people who are above 50, the huge incidence, even more than 70% incidence now worldwide. And here it has been found that illness associated with changes in gut microbial abundances decrease decrease this uh, uh, you know microorganism, that means bacteria, and increase E. coli, Clostridium, or bacteroids, or eager thela. And there are already been lots of studies. So uh, uh, the microbial population in the guts, they are also linked with the severity of physiological diseases like type 2 diabetes, obesity, they are non-communicable disease, or colorectal cancer, breast cancer, uh, autism spectrum disorders, allergies, or a bowel disorder diseases, or many other diseases, even malnutrition, immuno senescence. So these are already been established by various researchers. So you can go through, and the influence of different cardiovascular, for example, CBD, associated gut microbiota. So some gut microbiota, and they are, associated with the cardiovascular disease, severity. And scientists discovered from the different, you can change your gut microbiota by taking appropriate ethnomedicine. And ethnomedicine, for example, berberine, uh, 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 you know, uh, plant metabolites, or copticin, or palmitin, vitamin B6, or oryzanol. These are present in different, herbs, and they have a direct influence on the gut microbiota. So, if you want to change your gut microbiota from worst microbiota to good microbiota, uh, you can have the herbal medicine. This is why some ethnomedicine people have been using uh, as a tool for management of these several non-communicable diseases. And over the years of research, scientists discovered the responsible metabolites present there. So they are small molecules linked to the modulation of gut microbiota by the application of ethnomedicine, and they play the role in mitigating uh, of some of the diseases. And the mechanism is they change the gut microbiota, and some of the ethnomedicinal ingredients can directly also play a role in expression of the host gene, and also cure the disease. So there are two ways. One is the biochemical, for example, resveratrol, quercetin. They are very powerful antioxidant. So, in case of diabetes and many other diseases, superoxides are really big problem, reactive oxygen species, ROS. So these molecules help you to keep free from the superoxide because superoxide can cause damage in the DNA molecule and can lead to the mutation, even lead to the cancer. So resveratrol, quercetin, they can detoxify the superoxides and neutralize them uh, and save you from the harmful diseases. So this is a very, I think, interesting paper. Please go through it, and you can find lots of information how uh, ethnomedicines are linked to Alzheimer associated gut microbiota, how ethnomedicine can modulate the microbiota associated with Alzheimer or other, important diseases. Even a very theobromine, very small molecule. This is also present in the, cocoa, that is coffee, also play a good role. Uh, so this is in short about this uh, paper, and it is a reading material for you. Gut microbes that transform natural products. This is the another topic. That means gut microbes can transform the natural products present in the ethnomedicine. When people take ethnomedicine, they contain some phytochemicals. But gut microbe, by using their enzymes, they can do dehydroxylation, deglycosylation, glycosylation, demethylation, acetylation, deacetylation, decarboxylation, or oxidation, reduction, and make a different compound originally present in the herbal medicine. They can be changed, and some of the cases the product is more bioactive may be beneficial to the human as well as gut microbiome. So this is why crude herbal drugs, the constituent present there, may not, directly linked with uh, the disease cured by them, because they are complex mixture and gut microbiome play on them, and they do some chemistry and convert them into different metabolite. For example, here you can see terahydro dioxin, THD. This is, not estrogenic compound, but equal is very powerful estrogenic compound. So if ethnomedicine contain this one, by using THD reductase enzyme, some of the animal can convert it equal. And equal is powerful estrogenic compound, and it affect the female oestrus cycle. And equal concentration, if higher in the human bloodstream or body, oyster cycle is severely impacted. As a result, even reproductive capacity may be changed in case of women. So this is an example. There are lots of other examples. Please go through how they are changing by the gut microbiome. And scientists did lots of research, after the ingestion of the herbal ethnomedicine. They take the digested materials and analyzed phytochemically to see the changes of the compound. And this is really interesting and comprehensive review, and I hope it would give you more insight about the chemical ecology as well as the microbiome, uh, probiotic microbiome, and how complex way they are working on the different animals. And we are not 100% sure because in case of plant, they have no gut, but they have a more sophisticated system intercellular spaces or in the rhizosphere. Rhizosphere is like animal intestine or digestive system. So they harbor there, and similar things happen in the plant case also. So in case of plant, we use lots of organic manures and fertilizers as well as pesticides. They contains different kinds of chemicals, and those chemicals which are synthetic called xenobiotics, and which are natural present in, for example, compost or other thing. They are also break down by the uh, microbiome associated with the plant rhizosphere or plant system. And they are also detoxified in some cases, and some of them are, stimulating or disease suppressing for them. And obviously, if you apply the compost, if you apply cow dung, or if you apply any chemical fertilizer, immediately the microbiome in the rhizosphere are promptly changed. So please go through this paper. This is a very exciting one, and you can ask some question. I shall share this paper with you today. So Ruhul Amin and Shafi, you can ask some question. Shafi.
Yes, sir. Every day we are getting new information from your lecture, and also we are enriching our knowledge, and it's really interesting. And I saw sometimes, especially dog and cats, they are also sometimes eating grass, especially for when they feel some trouble in their digestion. Uh,
Yes, it has been seen everywhere, and obviously there is a link uh, with the grasses. They contain microbiome, and also they contain lots of fiber and prebiotics and other biochemicals that may help them uh, somehow modulate the intestinal microbiome. So over the experience, this is co-evolutionary way how the organisms interact with each other. They are interdependent on each other. Yes, we every day the food you are taking, uh, we are considering only protein, lipid, carbohydrate, vitamin, and minerals. But actually, for example, if you take a vegetable or salad, you are taking hundreds of phytochemicals. You don't know what is their role, but they have defined a rule. Some of them are antioxidant, help you to detoxify the superoxides, and some of them are stimulating for the microbiota. They obviously modulate your microbiome, gut microbiome. And some of the materials you are eating as raw or even cooked, they contain lots of fibers, They are feed for the probiotic microbes, and they help to make a balance in harmful and beneficial microbiome in your intestine. It is seen that those who are uh, vegetarian, or those who have diversity in their food and take foods from the natural sources rather than junk food, uh, they are healthier, and they do not suffer from the obesity. Obesity, especially in US, 70% people are more or less suffering from the obesity, and it is uh, uh, a big physiological condition. Obese people are prone to uh, diverse diseases. Their immunity is low, and this is why this paper would give you lots of understanding and exciting information why taking junk food, which contains very less phytochemicals, are changing the gut microbiome, uh, promoting the obesity. Rulamin?
Oh, yes, sir. It is very interesting topics. So you have mentioned the vegetarian. In case of we have, if we compare people based on the religion, in case of Hinduism, those are they most of them are vegetarian, and I have in my um, this life have seen very rare time that these people are going to doctors. Most of them are vegetarian, and they are more. I think they are more healthier than us. So, what about your
Yeah,
opinion?
I have a comment on it. I attended a course when I was a master's student at Hokkaido University. Professor Kasai, he discussed about the philosophy of meat eating. When humans started to eat meat, animal meat, and actually he showed us that our intestine is like the intestine of grasshopper, anatomically very closely related to the grasshopper. And grasshopper eats only grasses and not meat or other things. So human evolutionary, their gut, anatomy of their gut is clear that they should eat the grasses. But there are lots of hypotheses when people started to eat meat. Actually, when people started to live in a community, in the wildlife, in the forest or jungle, at that time, to show they have the brain, to show their superiority of the other wild animals living in the same ecosystem. They showed their heroism, killing together after discovering stone age or like that, discovering different weapons. They killed the animals and then they burnt it in the fire and started to eat. So this modern age, you can see barbecue. Still, people love barbecue very much in all societies. Burning the meat in the fire, the ancient people did. But it's really a nice question whether without eating the muscle or meat, red meat, human can, I think, easily survive. As you mentioned, in case of vegetarian, they suffer less from obesity, no obesity. They suffer less from cardiovascular diseases and other terrible diseases, neurodegenerative diseases or like that. But for the nutrition, some vegetarian, they eat milk and egg. If you take milk and egg as protein source, or bean seeds as protein source, I think no need to eat meat. Without meat, uh, human nutrition can be balanced. And Professor Kasai, he discussed in several lectures the philosophy of meat eating by human. I just shared some of the point. What is your opinion? What do you feel?
Oh, very nice opinion, sir. Actually, when we can understand that most of the diseases are occurring in Africans because it depends on their food habit, their ethnicity. If we look after the most of the pandemics or other infectious disease, they actually is that originate from animal. They they kill the wildlife, then take it to the house uh, uh, consume it together. And most of the in case of HIV or Ebola or other diseases, this which are still existing in the world are animal origin, because they have transfer from cross species transmission, make them more stronger to exist from one host to another.
Right. You see, there are lots of zoonotic diseases. Even
Yes,
COVID-19
sir.
is considered as zoonotic diseases. Human himself, after domestication, became most vulnerable animal among all the animal kingdom. Because they live in a different environment, like broiler is prone to different diseases or like that. So human baby, if you compare with any other animal baby, human baby is the most vulnerable to different diseases and stresses, even biotic and abiotic stresses. And this is due to the so-called modern lifestyle as well as food habit. You see a baby, a newborn baby of a cow, within a few
Few
minutes,
minutes.
how fast it can run. And other animals also, the babies are not so weak than human baby. Human baby takes at least 1 year to walk only, due to the too much carrying system and too much artificial system we are adapted to. Yes, natural resilience or defense system deteriorated in our system through the evolutionary process. If they get in contact with the wild animal, while then immediately, very quickly they can get the diseases because human is virulence system is weak. In Africa, very interestingly, African life is not so modern, and that they live with how to say semi wildlife, and some of them are suffer from malnutrition and other problems. This is why they are getting in contact with the different wild animals. But interestingly, human in the evolutionary perspective originated in Africa and then moved to other continents. But in other continents, for example, in USA is the richest country, and they spend a significant amount of time in the car, every person. And this is why their disease pattern, even their microbiome, if you analyze, you can find totally different than the African as well as in the Asia. This is really a fantastic, subject. If you can compare the microbiome, gut microbiome in all continents, people in all strata, that would be very interesting. Then you can make some conclusion how microbiomes are also evolved through the lifestyle and food habit of human. Any more question?
Sir, since Bangladesh is enriched with the so many beneficial or medicinal plants, so you have to discuss with the ethnomedicine. So what about the prospect? I didn't observe so many product in the market.
It is due to the ways we deals with those ethnomedicine in my village. When I was a child, I saw some a few of the people in our village, they were expert in herbal medicine. So if you have dysentery, or if you have how to say, toothache, or some other diseases, uh, people rush to them, and they made a secret recipe of the plant material, never disclosed, even their family members. They,
Yes, sir.
they thought that if people know it, then it would not work, or like that. So it is undocumented. Once the guy died, then it is lost. So in our system, when I was a child, people rarely visits the hospital, or receive the modern drugs like that. We always use the herbal medicine, and herbal medicines are suggested by some old people, and they kept everything top secret, and usually they try to give the recipe to his or her son or daughter, but if suddenly he died before
Before that,
the recipe, it was lost. So in modern medicine, everything is published. So anybody from anywhere, anytime can get the knowledge, and it is successively progressed. But in case of herbal medicine, they are not documented and successively progressed. Even nowadays, in our tribal people, they rarely take the modern medicine. They have their own medical system, and it is also like the secret business, and often they didn't take the money. Very interesting. They didn't take the money, and they thought that he is a superior guy, and he's serving the people, that's all, and people are coming to him. So it was his pride, or her pride. People from long distance travel to him or her.
yes, sir, yes, sir. And this Kobiraj in our village.
Yes, Tobias.
Also, I have also seen so many Kobiras in our area, but most of them has already living in under the soil.
Uh, some of them are, actually Bugas Koviras nowadays. In that time,
Yes,
in
sir.
the old ancient time, they were pious and they were not Bugas. They obviously received from generation to generation through the experiences, ancient knowledge. So, any more questions, Shafir and Rulamin?
No, sir.
If
No,
no,
sir.
if no question, then your exam of this course will be midterm one on Sunday, and Saturday you have BTL 527, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then thank you. Have a good day.
Assalamu alaikum.